please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
For their performance as well as the stock reaction. So we have Tourism Finance, Gayatri Projects as well as Kaveri, all of them which are reacting positively to their numbers from the broader market. So that's something that you should just take note of. But Praj Industries is the other one which reported Q3 earnings, and we are now joined by Sachin Raole, the CFO and Director-Finance of the company, to talk about this quarter. Hi Sachin, thanks very much for joining in. So, this quarter we saw the margins in fact depleting to 6.7% versus 10%. What's the outlook there and the reason for this kind of fall?
See, the margin basically got down in this quarter mainly on account of the composition of sales. We had majorly execution happening on the engineering side. Rather, non-bioenergy segment has major segment in the execution of orders during this quarter. And those orders generally carry a lower margin as compared to our bioenergy segment. So the overall picture, if you look at from that point of view, yes, the margin were a little down, but we will catch up in the next quarter.
Okay. The profit after tax has also halved, Sachin, in Q3, and the 9-month picture is also not looking that great with around a 40% fall in terms of profits. What happened?
So if you look at, generally we don't make a mention about our expectation very clearly, but if you remember, we were talking always that our H2 is very good as compared to H1, and this is the first quarter of our H2. The first half of the H2 has gone as per our expectation, and we believe the second half will also go as per our expectation.
Well, Sachin, let's talk about the geographic breakup. What part of this growth is led by the international business? If you can break up the growth-wise for domestic as well as the international piece. Also, I want to know what is the prospect of the engineering business?
So if you look at the composition of exports and domestic for this quarter and the 9 month is more or less same, is in the range of 40% exports and 60% domestic. We believe that this percentage or this composition will continue in a coming quarter, and that's generally the composition of our sales. If you look at from the engineering point of view, it comprises of a couple of our businesses like critical equipment, skids, and the brewery businesses. And we believe that this business where we are seeing a good traction on the order book is supposedly to do definitely good in the coming year also.
Sachin, I wanted to get to the order backlog itself. Between the quarter 2 and quarter 3, it's not grown at all. In fact, I think it's dropped a bit to around 750 crores from roughly around that 770 crores in terms of order inflow. Is order inflow a challenge? At the current pace, you have visibility for less than 1 year as well.
So if you look at, we are actually facing this challenge in the last couple of quarters of having the strong order book. Definitely, there is a good inquiry basket which is available to us. The ratio of a conversion from inquiry to order book, we are seeing it is taking more than the expected time. Maybe there are external factors which are contributing to that, but we believe that this ratio should start picking up in the coming quarters.
Okay, all right, Sachin, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and talking to us. So that's the management of Praj Industries. Waiting by for some more numbers. Yeah, we have the Voltas numbers which are flashing on your screen. So profit is coming at around 100 odd crores. So that's bang in line with estimates. We were estimating around 105 odd crores for Voltas this quarter. So that has met expectations. We'll get you more details in terms of the other expectations for Voltas. But I'm going to toss it over to Nigel while I try and pull up the press release. Nigel, any more details?
Well, I'm also just trying to open up this release up for you on the screen. In fact, the net profit, as you said, is coming a tad bit lower. Trying to look at what's happening in terms of the top line. Well, the top line has come in at around 1,375 crore rupees. So that compares with around 1,200. I think we'll have a bit of an excise adjustment as well. So 1,375 crores is the revenue from operations, and that will compare with around 1,180 crore rupees. Yeah.
No, go ahead. I still haven't managed to pull up.
All right. So the revenue growth that we have is at around 16.5%. Yeah, that's the number that's flashing for you on the screen. Even in terms of, if I take a look at the operational performance, I think there could be some kind of margin downtick. If we see, at least in the EBIT front, it appears that that's exactly what's happened. Looking at the segmental breakup as well, The EMP business over there, that's coming at around 750 crores. That compares with around 700 crores. The other couple of verticals though, that's the UCP business, the unitary cooling products. That over there we have the number at around 542 crore rupees. That compares with around 411 crores. So yes, we have the EBITDA number that's coming at around 119 crores. We were expecting some compression, but the compression is less than what was expected, and that's why the margin picture has come up for you on the screen. That's coming at around 8.6%. We are working with a number of closer towards 8%. So operationally, these numbers look a tad bit better. I'm just taking a look at the details then. The EMP business over there, that appears that yes, there is a margin expansion that's taken place on that particular vertical. Even on the UCP business, over there we have a operating profit of around 70 crores. That compares with around 43 crores. Even on a sequential basis, it's looking quite good.
So it's actually an operational performance which has come in, and there's some commentary which is coming from the management as well. So let's just highlight that. For the electromechanical projects and services business, they have said that the order book of the segment stood higher at 4,844 crores as compared to 4,196 crores on a year-on-year basis. The new orders which have been booked in the electromechanical segment is around 225 crores totally under domestic and 333 crores under the international business. So I think those are some important highlights coming in there. For the unitary cooling product segment, they have mentioned that they continue to have a market share of over 23.7% in this quarter in the room air conditioner segment. So I think it's an operational beat. I think commentary from the management is quite positive as well.
I'll tell you what, on the top line, we are working with a growth of around 10%. It's coming at around 16%. So that qualifies as a beat. We are working with margins of around 8%. It's coming at around 8.5%. So that as well qualifies as a beat. And that explains why, in fact, we are seeing a bit of an uptake on this stock, I think.
I think we have
Anisha joins in. Anisha, how are you reading these numbers? It's better than the poll that we put out.
Well, yes, you guys covered it correctly. The numbers look better than expectations, and the management commentary as well of what I've read about till now looks positive. As you were mentioning, a top line growth of 16% is better than what we expected. And in terms of the market share, it comes as good news that the room AC segment of the company, now the market share of the company is over 23%. If I remember it correctly, it was around 22.5% the last time we had talked to the management. So this comes as a positive news. We also had the management of Blue Star talking about the price revisions that all these companies have taken. So that should have also aided the company in terms of that. Other than that, if you look at the order inflow picture as well, the new orders booked in the current quarter were around 225 crores under domestic and 300 crores in the international business, which is a good run rate for the company. Even the EMP segment of the company, the segment revenue and result were around 21 crores versus 20 crores that they reported last quarter. Now this might be a tad bit of dampener because the EMP segment has been very volatile for Voltas, and at times it had aided the margins as well. So overall, I think in terms of room AC business, it's a good number, and the stock should react positively.
Okay, all right, Anisha, we're going to take a break now. So that's the analysis on Voltas coming through at the high point of the day for that stock. Take a break and be back with more. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Midcap Radar. Well, the markets are holding more or less flattish. The Nifty is mildly in the red, but keep an eye out on the broader markets. Mahindra and Mahindra Financial Services, that stock has taken a sharp downtick in the last few minutes. Even Shriram Transport, just pull up the intraday chart over there. That one as well is taking a bit of a knock. But that's all the time we have on Midcap Radar. You stay with us. Our extensive coverage of the RBI monetary policy with Power Pack lineup will join us after the short break. Stay with us.